Hello and welcome to this edition of Game Time with Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn for the PlayStation 3. Joining us as always is our currently level 41 Conjurer, Chrono and also we have a special guest star today, Miss Gias Rose, who is right now a level 30 Conjurer. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today is see, we're up here in the Stillglade Fane, and we need to have a chat to Brother E-Sumi-Yan. And in case you guys missed the previous videos that we did, we were leveling up our prerequisite for this this quest right here, which was getting our Arcanist up to level 15. So now that we have a Conjurer at 30 and an Arcanist at 15, we're able to accept this quest, which is going to pretty much lead to the Soul of the White Mage. So it's called Seer Folly. You get a nice little chunk of experience, the Soul of the White Mage, which is going to allow us to become a White Mage, and Presence of Mind, which is going to be our first ability, courtesy of White Mage status, I guess. And what it's going to do is it's going to increase our spell speed for 10 seconds. So that'll be lovely. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. Chrono, I'm glad you have come. I have a task of a most urgent and confidential nature, and I can think of none other to whom I can entrust it. You are doubtless familiar with the Seed Seers, yes? Connie Senna, Elder Seed Seer, leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, and guardian of our fair nation, clearly needs no introduction, but know you also of her siblings? No, I do not know her siblings. The two young Pijil's sister Rhea Osena and brother Arun Senna make for Evershade as we speak. So I'm guessing that's an area where they will perform a ritual of great importance. Verily, I don't know what that means. Verily such important that it would be of no overstatement to say that the very fate of Gridania hangs in a balance. So one thing I hate about this is that when I start talking with these guys, they just start speaking in a whole nother worldly language. Or I guess it's the Eorzea talk, I suppose. Anyway, as you well know, we dwell in this forest by the good graces of the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12's wood, and most of all the great one who dwells within the guardian tree. Yet our ceaseless wearing and ill treatment of the trees that shelter us have aroused the great one's ear, and it is only by the quieting the ritual of which I spoke that he may be placid. Thus did the two Seed Seers set out for Evershade, with nary a guard to accompany them. Therein lies the rub, and the nature of the favor I ask you. By no means would I question the powers of the Seed Seers, but with the Great One's anger mounting, the 12's wood becomes a threatening domain for even the most puissant of conjurers. And so I turn to you, Chrono. Pray hasten to Evershade and see that no harm befalls the two. Okay, so easy enough, so we got a bodyguard task. But of course, with these bodyguard tasks, it's never that easy. So luckily we have Miss Gias Rose here to help us out. And what we're going to do now is, I guess, head out to Evershade, which is somewhere abouts. Let's find out. So we're going to attack select twice. It's going to come to Seer Folly. Then we're going to drop down one to see where it says seek out Rhea Osena in Evershade. Select that, and it's going to say it's in the Central Shroud. Okay. So Central Shroud is where we'll be heading off to. What is Central Shroud? I believe that's Bent Branch Meadows. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. So I know that with... I'll teleport. Let's see if Gias accepted it. There she is. Perfect. Okay, so hit up the map, and it does pull us right over to Evershade, where we had to do the Guardian Tree. So I know that area oh too well because I failed a few times. So we're going to call out Epoch, our trusty little steed. Wait for gears to pop on hers. There we go. And then we're off. Yeah, I do like this area. It does bring back a lot of memories. And it's nice to kind of see it calm down. Before it used to be just hectic, running rampant with all these adventurers, these new level adventurers. It was fun to see it though, because that's how you knew the game was popular, you know. But right after they went to their paid subscription base and stuff, and started losing a lot of people, of course. I mean that's a given. And then, like even for me, like this is my second month that I paid, but I think the game's been going for about 3 months so far. So yeah, I even took a month off myself. But yes, it was I don't know, it was just kind of interesting seeing all these people running about, and yeah, now we have a new little way of doing things. Okay, so Rhea Osena right over here. Let's have a chat to her. And duty calls, commence battle for Seer Folly. So that means that we have to do this alone. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight Gius, and unfortunately we're just going to go kick from party. Okay, because what that's going to allow her to do is she can do her side of the quest as well, and I can do mine. Curses. How can we hope to make it to the Guardian Tree with these ghastly creatures bursting forth like rampant weeds? If I had known what we were in for, I'd brought along a wood whaler or two. In fact, I dare say we should return and do exactly that. Oh, do not be such a coward, sister. We are seed seers. These overgrown vermin are no match for us. Bold words, brother. But were they true words, we would have dispatched our enemies and arrived safely at our destination bells ago. Ah, hello guys. A Conjurer, are you? Brother E-Sumi, ever the worrier. For once, however, his solicitude is most welcome. Might you help us dispose of these fell creatures? Have you no pride, sister? A seed seer does not beg the aid of some common adventurer. Enough, brother. We have a duty to perform, a duty that takes precedence over your silly notions of pride. Now enough talk. Let us see to these pests. Okay. Alright, so we just gotta beat up some things with these guys, alright? And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and pull up our stone skin. Protect ourselves. And then let's start working them over. Pull into our cleric stance as well, just to make our attacks go that much stronger. Bane might seem to be the one that's going to be beating up on the strongest thing, so we're going to kill off the other ones instead. Ooh, that was a hard hit. Kill the little guys first. Then work out the rest of these guys on this Bane right next. Okay, so these guys are going to be on those guys. We'll leave the keys and all that to them. Pick up a little bit. Come on, Silas, what's going on? Happy. I'm not sure what's going on with that. As many creatures as we can, alright? We got some of these guys to move up on. Focus on whooping up on those guys from a distance, like so. There's some tension over here, hopefully. He's not going to worry about me. Just kill them off there. stuff die, eh? Cure yourself. Right. You should have cured yourself. Almost died there. Alright. Perfect. So, seems like with that one, what I wanted to do was kill off all the extras, the add-ons, of course. That was pretty easy, but I was hoping that they would keep themselves healed. One of them did, but the other one almost died, so just make sure to keep an eye on their health as well. That crystal, do my eyes deceive me, or does this adventure inherit the legacy of a Toa cat? It was none other than Toa himself who last performed the quieting. No, I do not believe this adventurer's arrival is mere coincidence. Bearer of the soul crystal, inheritor of arcane knowledge, long since forbidden to those not of our kind. Why is it that you he chose? I know not why, but I believe our great forefather has led you to us today. Ancient tradition dictates that the quieting be performed by 3 Pegels. But I misspeak. The ritual is to be performed by 3 white mages, if Master Atoa truly has chosen this adventurer as his successor. You speak madness, sister. Surely you have not forgotten that Pajali tradition strictly forbids sharing the teachings with those not of our kind. The power of white magic is far too great to risk it falling into the wrong hands. Oh, they're about to square off a little bit. And so you would uphold tradition merely for tradition's sake, even at the risk of incurring the Great One's wrath and bringing disaster upon our forest home? Have you so little faith in your own abilities, sister? We are seed seers, more than capable of slaying any beast in our way and carrying out the ritual on our own. Okay, so obviously he doesn't approve of us. This petty squabbling is getting us nowhere. Adventurer, you have been listening, have you not? I would speak with you further, but not here. Come to Camp Tranquil, and come quickly. Time is of the essence. Alright, I figured as much. I figured that it wouldn't be done with just that little battle. It was a little bit too easy, so we'll probably have to do a little more adventuring around and whatnot. So before that happens, what we're going to do is hopefully run into Geas right outside here. See, we're in Fate right now. Who are they fighting out? Oh, it's back here. Okay, people could always use a little bit of help here, so I'll level sync them. Up this thing. Trying to target you, Mr. Luke Hollow, whatever. Luke Cockle. Stone 1 on this guys. Yeah, I remember this fight. So you attack the big ones, and then they split off into littler ones. kill off the little ones, and the little ones split off into even smaller ones. Let's hope alive. Let's take care of that. Correct stance and go into healer stance. Okay, that'll clear it up, so these things that hit me for too strong. These things hit me really weak. And for 8 and I recover that back pretty quick, so I guess that means that if you level sync down, your armor still is top tier, so you don't have to worry about feeling set like just as weak as the fate level, I guess. It's never that bad apparently. Almost. What are we missing? Nice. Got him. Good job, guys. Gotta do all the emotes and all that. Okay. Alright, so don't really see Geas around here at all. Let's take a peek at our social list, go into Link Shell and see where she's at. Maybe she already went. Yeah, it looks like she's in South Shroud, so she already took off over there. So with that being the case, we are going to do the same. Bust our little teleport to Camp Tranquil for 90 kill because it's one of our registered favorite destinations. Alright, here we are in Camp Tranquil. See if we can find this lady. Sure she's about somewhere. There she is up there. Yeah. So we're gonna head a little bit up to the north. I hope this is the north. Does it look like the north? Yeah. Looks to be it. Have a little sprint off this direction. And I think one of the things I would like to do. Oh, I've ran into her before. Nice, here we go. One of the things I would like to do for the future reference is figure out how to actually add in my Google voice chat with a lot of people, so that way whenever I'm talking with my mates on Google voice chat, you guys can actually hear it too. So I'd like to add that into the videos. But thank you for coming, adventurer. Forgive my brother's rudeness. He cannot help that he was born with a head of solid stone. Anyways, I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I am Rhea Osena, a Padjul, as you can see, and sister of the Elder Seer. You are Chrono, yes? Brother E-Sumi has spoken of you, and most highly at that. As you no doubt have heard, my brother, Arun, and I were en route to the Guardian Tree. There the Great One, by whose graces we dwell here, resides. The gentlest of guardians when at peace, a destructive force that knows no bounds when angered. As the Great One goes, so goes our fate. The creatures you helped us dispatch, doubtless they too were roused into hostility by the Great One in his anger. You need only look around you to see. The forest grows more and more threatening with each passing hour. So it is that we traveled here to quell the Great One's fury, to perform the quieting. In days of old, the ritual was without fail performed by 3 white mages. With our elder sister occupied with her many duties, my brother and I thought to attempt it on our own. Avron was quite confident, but I had my doubts. Then you arrived, and bearing the long-lost gem that makes you as an inheritor of the magic of our ancestors, no less. My brother's pride may blind him, but the signs are clear as day to me. You are not a Pajal, but a Toa Kant, meant for you to be here today to perform the ritual with us. A Toa Kant is known to all as one of the greatest mages in our history, but even more so, he was known for being something of an eccentric. In defiance of tradition, he bid farewell to his forest home, wandering the realm, and healing the wounds of the land and its people wheresoever he went. A most admirable cause, yes? But alas, Atoa was never to return. He perished in a far-off land, and having taken no apprentices, his legendary powers were lost to us for eternity. Or so I believed until I met you. And yet, for all his stubbornness, there is some truth to my brother's words. Ancient law forbid us from sharing the teachings of white magic outside of our own kind. There are reasons for this, which I would share with you when the time is right. There are many who would not approve of this arrangement. Still, I am convinced that it is Atoa's will that we bring you into the fold. And so, I welcome you, Chrono of the White. I can feel the Great One's fury welling up even now. Time is short, and yet, while you may have been chosen by Atoa, I fear your journey as a white mage has just begun. Return to me when you have further honed your skills, and we shall proceed with your training. Alright, next white mage quest will be available upon reaching level 35, but we are level 41, so that means we should have 2 different quests that we'll do. But of course we will save those for another episode. But for right now, what we're going to do is take the experience, so 7,410 experience points, the soul of the white mage, and of course a new ability, presence of mind. Dun dun. White mage unlocked. Doesn't that just look pretty right there, right? And then of course our new ability cheer. Da 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 da. Alright, so Gias just says that she's gonna go level up and she'll be on her own way. So, on behalf of Gias, Chrono, and Rhea Osena up here, and of course the two Moogle guys, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this edition of Game Time with Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn for the PlayStation 3. And I guess until next time, this is all of us bidding you guys a farewell.